Hey guys, Barbara here. Welcome, replay viewers. I'm going to start leaving my live events up, especially if I'm doing them from the good camera. When I do them from the phone, I'm not going to leave them up because I don't know what's up with my phone, why it's having such a bad audio when I go live from my iPhone 10. Everybody says there's a crackling, a snapping, something going on in there. I don't know if this phone got wet. Maybe I took it in the bathroom with me one time too many when I took a shower. I try not to do that, but I know I've slipped up a couple of times. So there's one person in the room. Let me know if my audio is good, please. One person. Christine. Hi, Christine. Is the audio good? Let me know if the audio is good. It should be, though, because this little microphone that I have has been working pretty good since I got it from YouTube at one of the events, right? Awesome. Thanks, Christine. How you doing anyways? It's late for you, right? It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I wanted to come do this live a few hours ago, but I'm like so overwhelmed with everything that we're dealing with that I just have to sit down and take a breath. So anyways, let's get into it. Five people. Thumbs up the video because we are going to leave the live up, all right? It's almost 10 for you, right? So, as you guys have noticed, I'm trying to record from different spaces in the room, in the little studio. And I think we're doing a really good job. We still need to buy those things to go on the wall, the is it sound dampeners or something like that? We still need to buy those because when this furnace comes on, it comes on loud as all I don't know what, okay? But it's okay, you guys haven't complained. So I'm trying really hard. Hi, Bledsoe. Call him out, mama. It's about a video that I posted earlier. We're gonna discuss it. Okay, we're not fighting with nobody. So the way this chair is, this fainting chair or the chase or whatever, see, it only has a little piece that has the back, and the way that chair is, it's kind of hard to get one camera to get in on the people. But I don't want to move that little lamp from there. I think it's perfect there. You can see it when we use either chair. So I think I had the camera set up wrong when me and Joshua did that video. And on the one camera that was on me, that camera wasn't catching Josh. I think in the beginning when I set it up, it was because Joshua was sitting upright and forward. But when he started to slouch and sit backward, then the camera stopped seeing him. So when I cut away to just me looking dead at the camera and talking, it looks disconnected. Like Josh was not even in on the interview, right? But then whenever we would have where I would talk to him and we'd be on his camera, then it was perfect. But I wasn't going to get rid of that video because I don't think I can get Joshua's unadulterated first opinion over again. He was just like shocked with what he was hearing. Bella, thank you for sending me the emails about everything that's being debunked, because if the man come and say, oh, I'm going to bring Bear Panther Show down because she put my thing out there, we have proof. Bella is sending me evidence as to who invented these things the man said he invented. So anyways, for those of you who don't know, I'm Belizean American. I don't say that too much because I'm straight up Belizean. I was born there, raised there. Then I came to America with my parents, and later on, thank God, we became naturalized, right? So I guess my kids are American Belizean. I don't know because they don't even have Belizean citizenship. I think it used to be just automatic. They have it, but now you got to fill out for it too, right? In any case, maybe they're Americans from Belizean descent. I guess that's what we have to start saying about these kids. So this man, he's like me, Belizean American, came to America in 1981 when he was 15, just like I did. Went to New York. I came to California. And he went back to Belize recently, and he claimed to be the godfather of invention. And mother is, he invented so many things. So many things this man claimed he invented. The ringtone, the logo for voicemail, the logo for Bitcoin, that thing where you could talk to the computer with your brain. We didn't even know that existed. Bella just sent me a thing showing that they're working on that thing, and we debunked him off of that. He said he was the first person of color to go to Juilliard. I'm like, what? Maybe you're the first Belizean? Maybe you're the first Belizean of color, but not the first. Not the first person of color. No, this man went down there and told a whole bunch of lies. But the embarrassing thing about it, it's not even for him to be embarrassed. It's the mayor of Belize City that fell for the okey doke and gave this man the key to the city, had him go, they gave him a plaque. He went to go talk to kids. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Do they not vet anybody anymore? The George Santos of it all, right? So I wanted to come on live to tell you guys. Remember, if you guys have seen the video, you're going to hear me say several times that I don't know why I know this guy, why I remember him and his brother. And they must have gone to school with me, like elementary school, of course, because I went to an all girls Catholic high school. Well, I talked to my Uncle Roger today. Josh, did I tell you this? Josh, did I tell you what Uncle Roger said? He says, I know him because they used to live opposite my grandma. That's why I know him and his brother. The family, not right directly across, but a little ways down, but across the street from my grandma, which my grandma is my Uncle Roger's mom. So he was raised in that house and we were raised in that house too. And that's why we know them, because they were across the street that way. I say, I knew this dude. Okay, him and his brother, and he had a sister. I don't know why I did not remember the sister's name, but I remember he had a sister and he had the brother, and the two boys looked like to be same age. I think sometimes I thought maybe they were twins. I don't know. But that is why I know this guy. It's not through schooling, because I'm like, he had to have gone to my school, because why do I know him? So that's that part is solved. That part of the thing for me is solved. So yeah, the guy is my age. And I don't know if he's claiming to be 51, but they put 51 in the newspaper, so maybe that's what he told them. And I don't understand how people could just go and tell blatant lies like that. Things that people can actually just do a Google search and find out the whole truth. I don't understand. Me personally, I don't like to tell lies because I don't like to have to remember stuff. I always tell people my brain is not for me to remember a whole bunch of facts and figures. My brain is for creativity. I need to be, even before I was a content creator, I always wanted to just be learning, learning, learning. If it's learning somebody else's language, learning about somebody else's religion and their beliefs, whatever it is, I need to know. If I'm friends with you and you speak a whole different language, you best believe I'm going to be learning that language that you speak, because I don't want to be left in the dark with nothing. Hold on. Here's somebody at the door. Yeah. So I don't like to have to tell lies because I don't want to have to remember my lies. Oh, it's Josh. So how is everybody doing this evening? Hello out there. It's kind of hard to just look at the camera lens and not look down at what you guys are saying. I have to look down every now and again at what you guys are saying because the monitor is down here. Yeah, so I'm not going to be live for too long tonight. I do want to bring you guys up to speed about Joe's dad. You guys know that Joe's dad is very, very ill in the hospital. I would even say he's critically ill. And like my mom towards the end when she was in the CCU, not the ICU, but the critical care unit, I think that's what it would be considered for Joe's dad. If they had a critical care unit in the Belize hospital, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't like to speak negativity over anybody. So whatever the doctor has said, I'm not going to repeat that because I'm not putting that out in the atmosphere. I'm still praying for a miracle. Joe's dad is 91. He's lived a very, very good life. Thank you, Jesus. And so either way, it's still a miracle. So we're just holding on. And Joe got to see him through a video conference type call, and that was a blessing to him. That was something that he needed for his peace of mind, because he can't be there right now. And either way, if there's a miracle or if he transitions, Joe's going to go to Belize, and the only thing that would stop him would be the price of the tickets, because sometimes when you're trying to buy a ticket and have to travel almost immediately, they double the price, and we're not going to be able to do that. It's a struggle to even do the regular price of the ticket. So if the ticket goes up, we've already had this discussion. Hi Ascari, how you doing, babe? It was a really touching moment, Bella, because when Joe called his name and said who it was, he opened his eyes. And Joe's dad is blind because of but these people say glaucoma, but I think the right word is glaucoma. Oh, that sounds so weird to say it like that, glaucoma. Yeah, so he can't see you anyways. The last pictures that we took with him in 2016, he was actually already not seeing. I just posted it on Facebook. That's great to hear, Ascari. I'm glad you're doing great. Um, I wasn't posting anything on my Facebook because I didn't want to step over any family member because his kids that he has with his wife down there, the last three, they're closer to him than the older kids, which he has with Joe's mom, but the older kids still love him dearly, of course. And I don't want to do anything to upset anybody with what they're going through because I remember when I went through this with my mom, and I remember I asked that distant cousin, to pray for my mom. And she went on Facebook and posted that my mom was on dying. That's Caribbean terminology meaning on her deathbed. It's not UN dying, it's like on dying, and meaning actively dying. And she posted a whole bunch of crap that I didn't tell her. And I remember how I felt. So that's why I'm being very careful how I move in this situation. So I just posted something on my Facebook, but you guys know since the 10th of this month, we learned about Joe's dad, my father in law, and I've kept it just right here with us on YouTube. Some of the videos I've even gone live and then taken it down afterwards. But today I see everybody posting, pray for him, pray for him. So I'm like, what the hell? Then I could post mines. You know what I mean? Let me see if I could find a picture. Cover my face. See? That's Joe with his dad and me with Joe's dad. His name is Joe Sr. He's just like Joe. Joe kind of looks like his dad to a degree too, but he favors his mom more. So I just posted that so that the people can pray. Let me go hit like on all this stuff. Because I appreciate anyone who takes the time to stop and pray. It matters. It matters. So as far as Joe's channel goes, I think tomorrow he's going to try to record a bunch of videos to leave with me to edit. Um, we recorded a video today, kind of impromptu. I just set up the two cameras again with the two seating arrangements like we had yesterday for that video. And I wanted to test which camera we should both be looking at so that we don't have that same disconnect again in a future video. And Joe was in there talking a whole bunch of mess on camera. And he was talking about the fact that he got invited to be a guest on the Bear Pantry show, but I did not send his plane ticket. He had to pay for his own Uber. He was just like a mess. A mess. He was so funny. So then we got off into like an interview with Joe. And I think it went well. And if it comes out good, I'll put it at his page. Thank you, Bella. Hi, Sarita. How are you? I called you live. Oh, you caught me. You caught me live today. I know you never catch me. I called you the other day too. Don't ask me what day though, because I don't remember. God, I'm losing. Every time I wake up in the morning, I have to look at the my perpetual calendar to see what the hell day it is. Because I change it every night before I go to bed. Imagine if I didn't change it before I went to bed, I'd be so confused. Yes, 18, 20 people. Like the video, please, because that gets us in the algorithm. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that video because it was such fun making that video, debunking all this lies this man was telling. And we didn't do it with vindictiveness or spitefulness or hate or anything. We were laughing, just like wondering what possessed this man to do that. What do you think possesses somebody to do that though? I could see why George Santos, the congressman that's lying his butt off, I can see why he's doing it because he's getting money, right? Somebody gave him $700,000 for his campaign when he was only making $50,000 a year. So he's doing it for money and power. What's this man doing it for? Bella, what do you think he's doing it for? Do you think it's just attention? Because we always talk about everybody wants attention. People like to say, I don't want attention, but they want attention with the way they behave. You know what I mean? I think you're gonna like this one that we did today. We didn't plan on doing it. It just kind of flowed. I interviewed him, and in the course of the interview, I learned something new about Joe that I never knew. I've been with this man 36 years. Well, I've been married 36 years. I've been with him 38 years, right? And there was something about Joe that I did not know. And during the course of the interview, he revealed something that I didn't know about. It was not no biggie or whatever, but it's just something like, what? You never told me that. What? What? Oh my God. It was something about his first job. Okay. So you think it's clout chasing? That's George Santos, right? Ascari, he's a pathological liar and an attention seeker. But we know he's doing it for money because Republicans don't do nothing unless the money is involved, right? This Belizean guy, what is he doing it for? Belize don't got no money for him. They gave him a plaque and he was able to go talk to some kids, right? And they made a big to do. Look, keys to the city. What in the hell? I think I'm gonna go demand the keys to the city for Fontana. Screw this. It's all about the money when it comes to Republicans. All they want is money, money and power. Because, they say you're drunk with power. There's no other way to be drunk. Just, you can't be drunk without power. That's stupid, right? See, when the heater come on, how loud it is, it's obnoxious. I didn't even know Cora was in her bed. Her bed is like a little cave. She's all the way in the back of the bed. Damn. It certainly is a drug. Bella said he's looking for attention and power. Yeah, because he certainly can't get no money. We're talking about the Belize guy, Andre Gray. He can't get no money. I couldn't do that. You guys, I couldn't do that. I could not. I can't even lie about my weight. I can't lie about my age. People could lie about their age and could lie about the month that they were born. They could lie about the day that they were born, but they can never lie about the year. That's how you trip people up. Oh, I'm 51. What year were you born? They can't lie. They can't subtract that fast to lie. Yeah, so I think I have a video to edit with the 5 layer dip that we did for the mukbang the other day. I have a video on how we made that dip. That's for my page this week. I still have to go put out some kind of short for both pages, my 2 YouTube pages. I mean, I don't think I'll put one up tonight. I notice when I put up the shorts at night on my cooking page, they don't do well. I'll put that up in the morning, whatever I do. But on the other page, if I put it up at night, it does well by the next morning. And Joe's page also. If I put a short up at night, it does well. I don't think I put up a real. Oh God, I should take Sundays off. I swear, I should take Sundays off because it's tiresome. To this is the only job. YouTube content creation is the only job where you work 7 days a week, 365 days a year with no kind of day off. Even when you have to take a trip for something, you are thinking, okay, what can I use this trip for? Can I get content? Because I need to pay back for this trip. You know what I mean? I love my little YouTube light. I didn't think I was gonna like it so much. I love my little YouTube, my little shorts light. So how did your weekend go? If you're in California, I know you've had a wet weekend because we've had a wet weekend. But you know what? We're not gonna complain because pretty soon it's gonna dry out, and then they're gonna talk about us being in a drought again. You know what I mean? So today is what, the 15th? I got a bunch of bills to pay, but I'll pay them tomorrow. This curtain look grimy. We're gonna get a different curtain for in here eventually. This curtain look grimy. Hmm. You went to see a musical? How cool! I used to love to go see musicals. I saw Arsenic and Old Lace. That's one of them that I saw live. That was so good. But it wasn't a musical. Was that one a musical? No, I don't think that one was a musical. It was just a play. So, did all of you? Shit, I'm being tied up by some wires over here. Did all of you see the video that I posted today? Did all of you see the video that I posted today? Let me know. That video was a funny video. I loved recording it. I love surprising Joshua with everything that was being revealed. And I want to do more videos like that at the page. It doesn't always have to be about cooking. If you watch on Rachel Ray show, she has people that she sits down and interviews that has nothing to do with food. Then she cooks something, then she's traveling somewhere, she's doing all type of stuff. I want to be able to do that. Like if I travel somewhere, I want to be able to just show you the surroundings and not necessarily have to cook. But if I want to cook at the place that I'm traveling at, then I can cook too. Because I see most, I know, right, Bella, I should take a day off like on Sundays. I see most people that are doing van life or they're doing vlogs, or they're doing even mukbangs, and people would say, "We would love for you to do the cooking show. We would watch." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm right here. Watch me. You want to watch this van lifer eat grilled cheese sandwich over and over and over again? Watch my show. Watch. I have a variety of things over here that you can make from out of nothing." So it's like I feel like people are never pleased with what you're doing. If I were doing van life, maybe they would have wanted me to cook, but because I'm cooking, no, they don't want that. You know what I mean? No, it's a whole video. It's a whole video on the regular video tab. This video that we're doing right now is gonna go under the live tab. YouTube is doing that automatically, and then the shorts for here, because Facebook does reels. Where at YouTube, the shorts has its own tab, and then the other videos that I record and post, those have their own tab. I'm glad YouTube did that though, because it makes it. I like organization like that. You know what I mean? It's like a 33-minute video, and I'm talking about a Belizean guy that is telling a whole bunch of lies that he's the godfather of invention. I spoke, the reason that I asked the question, should we call out the liars, is because I spoke with somebody today and I said, "Did you see all that mess?" And he goes, "But I think that guy did invent a few things, way back when in New York. I heard that." I'm like, "You heard that from the crap he made up and put on the internet? I don't know what the hell he actually invented. If we go line by line, precept upon precept, and try to, like what Bella did, Bella sent me like 3 things that she's already debunked. And I'm going to save them emails, Bella, because if he come back at me with anything, I'll say, boom, here's the proof. You lie. Don't know what we're going to do with this guy. And Sarita, I'm going to edit a video that I did with Joe. I don't know which one's going to go up first, the one that he did in Walmart or the one that we did here in the room today. And when he's out in the store, most of the time he's by himself, working his little what do you call the thing? GoPro. He loves his GoPro camera. So let me show you guys my jewelry today, because I like to make a statement with jewelry. I have my little Mexican sombreros, and I have my little Mexican sombrero. Okay, these pieces came from Avon over 35 years ago. Okay, they don't have them no more. And I guard them with my life because I love them. They're so pretty. They make a statement. Mm-hmm. Let's see what you guys are saying. So if you guys in the future, if you guys see anything that you would like us to react to, a funny video, whatever, just send it our way, because me and Joshua really like doing that. 8 things? Did you send me 8 things? You only sent me like 3, right? 2 in one email and 1 in the next email. Girl, you better send me them things. I'm gonna put them all in a folder. This man lied. I don't understand why he tell all them lies. From the time I saw his picture and I said 51, that was the first lie. He not 51, he 56 like me. And the Juilliard thing was what hit me, because I know he's not the first person of color to go to Juilliard. I knew that. You are, Sarita. It's so nice in here, Bella. It's so nice in here. The only thing, the dog kind of skittish. Like if I were running the cameras, that I have the ZV ones that go beep, 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 beep when they start record. And she doesn't like the sound, I guess, and she just hightails it out of here. But now that I'm just sitting here chatting with you guys, she's over there in her bed. Yeah, his channel is a hot mess. We did an interview today. He started a whole clowning, acting like he's a small content creator, got invited by the big content creator to come be a guest on the show. And I didn't send him his plane ticket, and he was coming from Georgia. He was in a whole character. and that I didn't pay for the Uber ride, and he had to find his own place to stay. And he said he would, if he was a big YouTuber, Bear Panther Show would not treat him like that, but I treated him like trash. Oh my God. I'm gonna leave that in there too because I feel like everybody knows he's clowning, right? And then we go into an interview about his childhood and his first job and all this mess. And when he came to America, and he told a story about his auntie Ine. My God, today, if somebody sends she the video, she will have a conniption. But he said to leave it in there. Six in the first, Jesus, Lord have mercy. I have to go back and look, y'all. I only see one. Yes, he was spilling all the tea. You know, in Belize, we don't say spill tea, we say spill the beans. He was spilling all the beans, talking about his people, child. I said, Am I going to be able to leave that in the videos? Left it right in the okay. I said, all right. So she did it. This is what Joe doesn't understand. People in the family will do things to hurt you, right? And then when you talk about it publicly, they get all pissed off. And Joe said, but they did it. If you don't want people to talk this bullshit about you publicly, then don't do it. See, they never knew that we were going to have a public platform, right? Because if you're not talking in public, then you're talking it to somebody else. Because certain things people do to you can't keep in, right? So Joe said, she did it. I didn't tell no lie. She did that to me, and I'm just telling the truth. What's the little fox? Facebook notification. Oh, I forget it's that Joe's dad's picture. Everybody's um so I kept wondering why I keep getting notifications from Facebook, because I very seldom post things on Facebook. I'll share other people things, but I very seldom post my own things. Dog is laying on her side and she's just looking at me like, when you going to get out my room, huh? When is you going to get out my room? So I told Joe, if he truly gets the opportunity to go to Belize, I'm going to stop eating while he's gone. I'm going to go not on a hunger strike, but I'm just going to pine away. So when hi Miss Lucky, so when he comes back, I'll be like 10 pounds skinnier. And he's gonna go, what happened? I'm gonna say, I missed you. I do miss him when he's gone though. One time he went to Belize without me. He went with my parents and he went for 9 days. And the first 3 days, I was like, oh my God, Joe's not here. Yeah. You know, while the mouse away, the cat's gonna play. We're not gonna cook, we're not gonna clean, we're not gonna do nothing. Because he keeps us on the heavy manners over here, right? Shoot, by day 3, I'm like, come home, I miss you. What bad word? What did she say? What did Sarita say? Let's see what Sarita said. I didn't see a bad word. What word did Sarita say, Bella? Sarita, if you're gonna curse, oh, that's because Bella wrote it that way. Okay, I'm getting it. They just write all these little symbols because the algorithm be knowing. And I'm trying to leave this video, but it's not Sarita. It's Bella that's misspelling the bad words. I'm constantly always trying to cover my ear with my hair. Ever since the Korean girls told me, don't ever take pictures with your hair tucked behind your ear because those don't look professional for anybody, not just for me. I'm constantly covering my ear. I don't even know if it's true, but I follow whatever they tell me because they know how to make me look good in pictures. Hi, Carla, darling. You are up. We're in here, Carla. We're in here talking about a hot mess in that video that we did earlier today. I wanted to let the people know that I found out how I know the man. It's because they lived opposite my grandmother on Euphrates Avenue. And he had a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother. And the mom used to be obnoxiously loud. How could I forget? I knew I knew these people. I swear I knew I knew these people. Mm-mm. So, okay, I got it. Yes, yes. I'm thinking maybe I'll move a picture of my mom in here on that wall behind me, the black and white picture that I have of my mom. Yes. Sarita's with us tonight. Sarita sometimes don't make it in. She said, I can't believe I catch one of you live. So we have one more day of rain. The rain is starting to make me feel tired. No lie. The rain is starting to make me feel tired because I'm tired of feeling cold. I'm tired of having to put on a whole bunch of clothes. I like my little off the shoulder stuff. I'm sewing one right now on hand. I don't want to have to go take out the sewing machine. You know, this room was also supposed to be part sewing room, but that wasn't happening. That's not happening. We can't put the sewing machine in here. It's too much stuff in this room already. Right, Bella, I have that black and white picture my godmother had sent, and I'm looking at a spot right there where we could put it right somewhere there. The room is decorated kind of weird because everything has to be low so that it could be in the background when we're sitting, right? Because we're going to very seldom stand in this room. So the room is decorated really weird when you walk in. It's like, why is everything all the way just right here low? You know what I mean? See? All that stuff is all low, see? So when you sit down, it's there. So I gotta find that. Well, I don't have to find it, I just have to move it. Picture of mommy. Maybe put it right kind of off to my shoulder here, somewhere here above the right hand side of the YouTube thing. It's a whole dress. Y'all, it's a whole dress, girl. See? It's a whole dress. And I have tights on because it's bloody cold. Can't stand the cold. Um, I like a good wrap dress. I'm gonna start making these for myself too. I have a pattern that I've cut off of one of these ones. That's what I do, you know. I find a dress or a blouse that I like, and I'll just fold it, lay it there, and cut wrong it, and then I have my own. But it's hard for me to find stretch material at Walmart, so I got to go to this place over where we used to have the shop and buy some stretch material over there, and then that way I could sew my own wrap dress. Yeah, I dress up every day. Let me tell you. Well, not every day, but most of the time. Out of a 7 day week, I think I'm dressed up about 5 days out of the 7 days. There's only like a couple of days during the week where I'm like a bum all day, just like not really. I don't like to wear sweats all day. I sleep in sweats, but I don't like to wear sweats all day because I feel like when you wear sweats all day, you're getting fatter and you don't know because the sweats is too loose on you. So I wear things that has to hold me in and stuff because then I'll know if I'm getting fatter. I work on that. So there's a lot of days when I'm just dressed, always dressed for camera. I don't put on makeup every single day, but it feels like every single day. Like if I have an off day where I'm just editing all day, then I don't put on no makeup. But as long as I have to get on camera, I have to put on a little bit of makeup. I feel like I brush my teeth more often than anybody else in the world because we're constantly taping a snippet here, a snippet there. So my teeth always has to be cleaned. I feel like if I weren't doing the show, I would brush my teeth maybe after each meal, after the 3 meals, first thing in the morning, after the 3 meals, and then at night. So that's what, one, two, 5 times a day. I feel like I brush my teeth double that. Sometimes I don't even use the toothpaste because I don't want to put that abrasive thing on my teeth again. But just going in with the brush and just make sure there's nothing showing. And black pepper like to hide in your teeth and spinach and stuff like that. So I'm constantly making sure that my teeth are clean to go on camera again. It's hard. And then I have to watch what I eat. You like these patterns? Okay. I have to watch what I eat because if I eat something that breaks out my skin, you guys are gonna know. See, I don't have any breakouts. See? So I don't know if other YouTubers do that. I don't know if they care. If there's like a big zit there or something, maybe they don't care. I care. I care. You know? I don't want to have to edit and see that zit because it's gonna bother me. Ah! For real, Bella. This is the one thing that Bella said in here today that I'm gonna go with Bella. Carla, Bella has been debunking the guy for me. I'm saving all the emails. That asshole must have invented toothbrush and make it out of coconut husk. That's how he make it out of coconut husk. He not a whole freaking liar. But guess what? I would have him on my show. And I would say, what make you go and tell me a lot of lie, man? He come off right away, come here ask him. What make you go and tell me a lot of lie? Carla, I saw a video just now. I started to play it before I went live. I'm going to go back and watch it on Sean Davy Way channel where Jaguar Wright's son came on and spoke. We didn't see him. We heard him. That little boy speaks very articulate. When I say little boy, he's probably early 20s, maybe 19, 20. Speaks very articulately, just like her, well spoken. And I can hear some of the things that I told you that I felt about that guy Solar. I'm like, this girl was doing good till all of a sudden she went off the deep end right after he come into the life. Figure it out, right? It's like a Lifetime movie. This is the last person who came into the scene doing the thing. From Drescher date? From okay, he's that guy Fran Drescher dated. I vaguely remember that, Miss Lucky. All of them said they invented the internet. Wasn't it Al Gore that's supposed to invent the internet too? There's a whole bunch of things this man said he invented. From the simplest of things to the most complicated of things. Anything he touch a hand pan, he invent. What is wrong? Is he just like a narcissist? Is that the thing? Who? Is who from LA, Mama? The guy Solar? I don't know. I don't know where people come from. But I'm going to go back and listen to what the boy say is where his mama at, because I don't think she's arrested. I think she's in the hospital getting care. I like Jaguar Wright. And I really believe at least 99.9% of what she's saying. I feel like that small percentage that I might not believe is because maybe she remembered the story a little bit off or something. But she definitely has her wires grounded in that industry that Jada wants to break into. And I feel like whatever she's done has been a service to me and my daughter. So I will always support and promote Jaguar Wright. When I thought she was arrested, I was looking for a GoFundMe to see if I could donate $10 to her bond or whatever. Bella said allegedly. Is it a delusion though? Because these narcissists, that's how they is. You know, it's all about them. And when anything go wrong, it's never them, it's always you. You see, the guy, the way the guy came out to the reporters, he must have thought they were going to be singing his praises. And when he heard they were debunking him, he was like, let me get your business cards because I have to leave. And did you guys go watch the news video? Because I didn't play the video itself because I don't want to get copyright infringed because I wanted to monetize that video. So I played only the audio and I did give Belize 7 News or whatever it's called full credit because it's their video, right? And I just like I just like the way the news people just approached him. I don't think he thinks he invented all those things. Because when they ask him stuff about, sir, you did not get the Gutenberg Award in blah, blah, blah year. And he's all like, oh, I'm not going to stoop to people bringing me down, blah, blah, blah. Why didn't he say, yes, I did? Let me show you the award. So he knows. He friggin' knows. These narcissists play games. They play games. So, dang. So the man lives now in Connecticut and he went home to Belize. Who did he contact? Who did he contact to tell him I'm coming home and this is all I've done? Like he wants to go back home and let them just open the keys, like they say, give him the keys to the city. I went home in when was the first time? I started to do the show 2011. So I think the first time I went home was 2013. after I started to do the show. I've only been to Belize 3 times since we moved here. 2008 for a funeral, 2016, no, 2013 for a vacation with Joe and the children, and then 2016 for a funeral. That's the only time I've gone back to Belize, and I don't know when I would ever go back. I honestly don't know. Um, when we went 2013, my cousin had a friend whose niece watches my show, and she was adamant that she was going to put me on TV. She was going to put me in the newspaper. She was going to do everything she could to promote the Bear Panther show, and she did. She harassed them people to death to put me on that TV program. And when they interview me, they say, "Does she work for you? Because damn, she worked hard to get you out here." I said, "I don't even know this little girl. I just met her. I only know her uncle." So that's all I got, okay, was a little TV interview, the newspaper, because my mom knew the people at the newspaper. And what else? I think that was it. The TV and the newspaper. I didn't go on the radio. He got the key to the city. Click the link in the description, Miss Lucky, on that video where it says I give credit to Belize News 7. Click that video. It'll take you to Facebook, and you can watch the 4-minute video that we played on air. And it's funny. If it's funny when you guys were listening, it's funnier when you guys watch. Because the way the man come out is like, huh? Huh? Oh. Okay, let's see. Carla said, yes, I took a look at that video, and apparently Velvet bought 32 acres of land to recreate carbonation, allegedly. And who she belonged to? Because the man said of he. I just picked up a bad juju from that guy with the way he was dealing with Jaguar, and the way Jaguar went berserk. Jaguar's always, even if Jaguar's trying to bring you down, she's calm about it. She was out of control. Oh my God, I felt so sorry for her. I wanted them to turn off the camera. Turn off the camera. Turn off the camera. You know, Fran Drescher has a very sad story. You know, she was married to that first husband that was like her best friend, and he was in the closet, and I guess she knew or didn't know. And before they separated, some crazy homeless guy from down in the LA area broke into their apartment and r'd her, we can't say the word, in front of her husband. Tied him up. He couldn't do nothing. That beautiful. Oh, that lady, to me, she's so pretty. I love when she was on that show, The Nanny, because she's got like the most beautiful shaped body, wore the nicest looking outfits, was the outfits fit her so good. You know, I like her smile. Of course, her voice is annoying, but that's her money maker. But I like Fran Drescher. And she went through that hell. Then they divorced, they separated and divorced. They're still friends, I think. And then after that, she had to fight, I think it's breast cancer, right? Man, she went through a lot. I love her. Somebody, can you put the PO box for Heather? PO box 683. Bella or Carla, PO box 683, and it's in Bloomington, California, 92316. Is it stuff that we're gonna unbox? Let me see if I could type it in here too. Hey Ariana, what's going on? Oh, nothing happened to her. Somebody just brought her up because of some story I was telling. She's good. She's good, darling. She's good. I was just talking about the life that she's, you know, the challenges that she's gone through in life. What the hell? Shoot, I started to type on a big old white screen come up. Let me give Heather this. 923116. There you go, Heather. I put the PO box. If you guys send me stuff and you want me to unbox it, let me know. If you don't want me to unbox it, let me know, okay? Yeah, this is my studio now, Ariana. This is my studio, this little bedroom at the front of the house. Right here is my front porch, but it's closed in with a security door. Yeah, Heather, I just typed it in. P.O. Box 683, Bloomington, California 92316. That's the best way to send me something. I used to give out my actual address to people who know me. Know me like Heather knows me because Jada used to sing at the beach, right? And Heather used to come over and hang with us and do her art and stuff. And but then when I send people things with my address on it, sometimes they'll unbox it on Facebook to show, oh look, Barbara sent me Podabun, and my address is on the box. And they didn't realize that was like my legit address. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna just start putting the PO box. You like this light right here? I got that from YouTube because I did 31 days of uploading shorts in December. They also gave me that pillow over there. See the pillow? Yup. I think the pillow is for the 31 days and the light is for the whole year of putting up shorts. They're stingy. Plus, they gave me this mic, so I better take that back. They gave me this mic that I'm talking to you guys on. It's the room is coming along nicely. Yeah, and I don't think the people meant to do that. But like for instance, the girl that used to live next door, sometimes she would like tag me in things on Facebook and go, "So how are things going on Mulberry Street?" I don't live on Mulberry Street, of course. But she would say the correct name of the street because she used to live next door to me. And I would say, "Hey, don't ask me that stuff here on this Facebook because people are watching and don't nobody got my address. You know it because you had lived next door, but remember, I still live here." She said, "Oh crap, Barbara, I didn't even think about that." It's like, dang, 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 dang. Cool, cool, right? It'll fit nicely. When you get a chance, cousin Jay, you have to go watch that video. And I'm gonna put up a good video that we taped in the room. I hope that even if that video not come out all I had, we will put it out. Because Joe was a whole clown. Yeah, we think we know who that was. We think we know who did that, right, Bella? The pizza? They did it like 3 or 4 different times. And the same person that I suspect did it was the one telling me, you should go to the police. You should go tell the police, like, yeah, to try to throw me off. I watch Lifetime. Mm-hmm. I watch Lifetime. It was like real. I recorded what was going on the phone when Joe was, talking to his dad. And I'm gonna like edit the video and send it unlisted to like the other family members that want to see him. But it was just amazing for Joe to say, "Hey, old Joe, it's JoJo," and he just boing opened his eyes. And his nieces were in the room and they're like, "Oh my God, he opened his eyes. He heard Joe. He heard Joe." I know. Lifetime movies are like ridiculous. You notice in Lifetime movies, the motivation is always because the killer wants love. They either want the person baby, they want the person husband, or they want the person wife. They always want that person to love them. That's the one motivation for all of the Lifetime movies. And I'm sorry, but if you're not the star of the movie and you're the best friend to the star of the movie and you're black or any other color than white, you is gonna die. Once you get the role, you already know you're gonna die. You're the sidekick, the smart sidekick that's telling the airhead that this man's the whole killer or this woman's the whole killer. You're gonna die. Just point blank, period. If, Carla, look, Miss Lucky. Carla, thanks for sharing all this stuff, babe. Miss Lucky, he doesn't cry. I can see that he was visibly moved. He held the phone and it's just like out of a movie. He opened his eyes because he's blind, so even if Joe were there, he would not be able to see him. And the girls were like, "Oh my God, he opened it." And they said he did the same thing for their mother, his oldest daughter. He just opened his eyes and he just stared at her for a long time. But he's blind, so he can't really stare, right? It's just like looking, I guess, to where the sound is coming from. It really blessed Joe. Hello, Joe Frank. It really blessed Joe. You could see him like shocked. You know, like damn. And he said it felt like if he were there. He said it really feels like I was there. I really appreciate that they did that. His niece was like, "I'm so glad you answered the phone." Somebody TikTok said, "Better Belize it. Tres bulldogs." I don't know who that. TikTok, TikTok. I'm checking the time. It's almost 11 o'clock for some of my peeps. You guys have work tomorrow, huh? So even though it rained all weekend, it was a good weekend for me. I didn't go out, not one bit. Didn't even look outside. Didn't even look through the window. All I did was clean up all the memory off the camera, edit everything that I have, because every week I like to start with the memories clean, blank slate, and figure what are we going to record next. Yes, darlings, buy my cookbooks. I have to order more Belizean cookbook. I think I'm down to like 13. I have to order more, and it take like 5 weeks to send it. I better stop playing games and order these books. Thank you, Carla, for sharing the website with the book sales. Yes, Jesus loves me. Mm-mm-mm. Bella, I was watching a guy today. He got interviewed on another content creators page, and he's like a pastor and a prophet or whatever. And I guess he has his own church somewhere down that side by Simi Valley area. And he was on for 3 hours today, and he was going through prophesying over different people. It was fascinating to watch because I've been into services like that before, but child, it was something else. I haven't rewinded to go back to the beginning to see what I missed. If you want me to, I'll send you the link. You don't have to watch the whole thing, of course, but take a look at this guy. Some of the stuff he got right, some of the stuff I'm watching to see he's cold reading, you know what I mean? Like when he told the one guy about the yellow van, I'm like, okay, the guy's wearing some bright yellow tennis shoes. Something ain't smelling right over here. I guess I'm a cynic. Girl, Miss Lucky, you know I don't cook. Miss Lucky, you know I like to mess with Joe with this and he get mad. I don't cook no more. I just cook for my show. I don't cook in real life. What the hell? That's why I told Joe if he goes on that trip, I'm gonna starve until he gets back because I'm not gonna cook nothing. Me and Joshua are gonna cook eggs. That's all we're gonna eat is eggs. Joe always cooks the meat. Joe cooks the entrees, the chicken, the beef, whatever. And then I'll do the side dishes, or Joshua will do the side dish if it's rice or if it's some type of pasta. And then I do the gardens. I think we all participate in the meal creation. We really do as a team because Joe doesn't like to cut up vegetables. So I always do the salad. Joe always does the meat. And sometimes Joe will cook the rice. If it's rice and beans, Joe will cook that. If they want potato salad, then I make that. So I like to mess with him, and I say, when people ask me, I say, cook, girl, I don't cook no more. I only cook for my show. And he goes, she ain't lying. That's the only thing she cooks for is her show. Or if guests are coming, then I'll cook. You know? Mm-mm-mm. I've been stitching a bunch of these things like this because I use them to tie things. See, I don't go buy ties. I tie stuff with them. Tie up my wires to make it look neat. So that's one of my shorts that I'm putting at my second channel. How to chain stitch this and what I use it for. Whatever I put up at that other page does very well. Well, he doesn't really help out. He's running the whole damn show. He just doesn't realize it. Shh, don't tell on me. Who in here remember the days when we used to hide Joe's house slippers? Who remembers? Joe had some house slippers where he would walk and drag it. Sounds like the killer in the house, right? And so I hid them one day in the closet down the hallway and I showed the viewers where the thing was. And I said, shh, don't nobody tell on me. Sandra told on me. Sandra couldn't bear it. Sandra said, don't do that to Joe because Joe felt like he was going crazy. We gaslit him. You were there, right, Carla? Well, he doesn't realize that he's running the kitchen, right? He even does the dishes. But you know what? Honestly, he's not the only one doing the dishes. It's me and him. I'm gonna have to crack the whip on Joshua and Jada because ever since Jory moved out, Jory never did the dishes. Jory would use one plate, one cup, and wash that and put it back. And he says, if I don't dirty nothing, I'm not using nothing. If he cooked and he used the pot, he would wash the pot. So he said, if everybody did that, if everybody watched the things that they used, nobody would have the burden, which makes sense in theory, right? But if you're the one doing the cooking, you're making a lot of mess. You don't have time to wash. And a lot of the times I'm washing while I'm cooking and filming. So when he's cooking, I'll go behind him and wash while he's cooking. And then when we're done and I said, look, I got to edit a video by this time, he'll go in there and wash the dishes. But we're going to crack the whip on Joshua because Joshua knows how to clean really well. It was funny, right, Carla? Well, right now, he don't know. He don't know that he not helping out in the kitchen. He took the whole damn thing over. Here, this your kitchen, Joe. You built it. It's your kitchen. So when he goes, he's gonna have a big break. I ain't cooking nothing. Yeah, that was Jory's theory. He bought his one cup, his Green Lantern cup, his one see-through plate that he liked, and he used this one spoon that he liked, or fork or whatever. Didn't dirty anything else. And he ain't washing nothing else. I hear Joshua and Jada fighting about who's going to clean the bathroom next. I'm not cleaning that front bathroom. That's their bathroom. I don't even use that. Why should I have to clean that, right? They always fighting about, you didn't clean it last week. I cleaned it this week, blah, blah, blah. I cleaned the back one. Mm-hmm. Joe helps out with a lot, though. Honestly, I could never tell you that Joe is the kind of husband from day one where it's like, that's your job. Vacuum, I don't do that. That's your job. No. When we used to have carpeting and stuff, he'd help me vacuum. And when the minute he came home from work, he spent time with the kids so I could get in the kitchen and serve him his food. And then this is before we had our business when he was working out there. And then after he ate, I would be in the kitchen cleaning up and he would bathe the kids for me and then spend time with them when they were not in school. You know, when they were little and not in school yet, he would spend time playing with them and watching TV and what they call romp, right? Romp on the floor with them, stuff like that. When they were in school, he would help with homework. Then they would be off to bed. And if they were sick, I would never wake him up unless they were really, really sick and I needed, to take them to the hospital. I would handle that myself because he had to work next day. We always trade off the work off of each other so that not one person's left with the burden, right? So definitely, even like when he's building things outside, I'll go and like sweep up the mess every now and again just to assist him. When we had our shop, I didn't know how to run those machines, those print machines, right? So I went in there and I did anything else that I needed to do. When we first started and he was making screens for the different customers, I would say, shouldn't I be labeling these screens? So you could know this is for this customer, this product, this size bottle, so on and so on. And he goes, we only have like 3 customers. We're doing like 3 different orders for them. No, I know where the screens are. I'm like this to myself, this is not going to work out. Within 8 months, he was like, can you please help me with the screen shelf? And so it took me a month. It took me 30 days to go piece by piece because I had to actually still work. And I would put, okay, this is customer name with the A, start with alphabet. That's that customer's name. Auburst, I think, was the customer. And they have 15 different things we're doing for them. They have this product that has this size, and then they have the same product with a different size. And I would just categorize. I'm really good at that. Organizing things and putting them into categories and categories and categories. That's how I have my videos right now. They're all different. my pieces to my videos. They're all in different folders with different things that I haven't, maybe a video will come out of it. He doesn't like cooking. I don't think Joe really likes cooking either, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's something that, oh my God, I want to get in there and cook. But the alternative is I would have to stop and cook, and then I'm not going to put the videos out. And that's how we get the extra money in, because the social security is not enough. So he sees the long haul, the big picture. Just like when I went to work with him, I didn't like working in no damn warehouse. I didn't like feeding bottles onto no machine. I was like almost 300 pounds standing there breathless, going, trying to put bottles on the machine. And dumb me would pick up 2 bottles at a time. There's no way you can do 2 bottles at a time. You're gonna die. You gotta pick them up like this and hold them together, but don't squeeze them too tight and put them on like boom, like 7, 8. I remember one of Joe's brother came up for a visit one time and he helped me put bottles on for a few hours. And he says, if you stand here like this and you put bottles on like this every day, you're gonna lose all that weight and you're gonna be doing this by yourself. You won't need help. I always remember he told me that. And so said, I didn't move like to run, jump, skip. It was just that constant in the box, feeding it, throw the box over there, feed, feed, throw the box. Just that with the upper body. I swear, if you sit on the chair, I'm going to start doing that again. Bati and Chembapat. If you just start doing that, like feed the bottles onto the machine and throw the box, you lose weight. That's all I did. Plus the fact that I was on the machine for hours and I couldn't go stop to eat or snack, that helped too. Cutting the calories, right? Yeah, so I stepped in there, did anything I could do in there, learn how to do purchase orders, learn how to seek out the vendors and call them to purchase, learn how to get 30 days credit from the vendors. Because in any business that you do, even if you don't need the credit from the vendor, it's always great to get the credit from the vendor. Okay, don't turn it down. You have a business right now and you're doing hair products or whatever, and the vendor says, I can give you net 30 so you can pay this off in 30 days. Child, take it. They don't charge you no interest on net 30. I got net 30 from all. I got one of the vendors. I got net 45 from the vendor because we paid our bills. We never ever not pay. One time, one of the bills, the company contacted me and said, we hate to call you to ask you this because we know this is not like you, but you forgot to pay this bill right here and it's right at 45 days. It was like the day before 45 days. And even though they give me net 45, I always pay them within 2 or 3 weeks, right? And I said, no, I sent you that check. I am certain I sent you that check. And I went into my checkbook, everything. I had to duplicate, blah, blah, blah. It's sent. Track that sucker down. Somebody had stolen the check, washed off their name, and cashed the check. So that's why I didn't realize that they didn't get paid because the money came out my account. Thank God they called on that day because I wouldn't have gotten back my money because it's a business account. So the bank has different rules for business account. And the bank told me, you lucky you called because tomorrow was your last day. We don't look into these things after 45 days. And I told the vendor, look, you call me. Call me again. It's not an embarrassment to call me because you know I pay within 3 weeks. You bloody call me. So it's like, Sarita, we think so. The reason why I'm saying we think so is because if the tickets are super duper high, because you know how sometimes you could get tickets for a normal price like 500, 600, but then sometimes when you need it desperately, it's all the way up at 900, 1,000, 1,200. I don't think he's gonna go like that because it's gonna be too much. And so his sister said even if it's that high, she'll help him pay the difference. I don't really want that because we are very bad lucky when it comes to family members where they'll bless you and then come back and tell you about what they did for you. And that thing send me nuts. You want to see my head explode? Do something nice for me and come back and talk about what you did. I will go the hell off, broke up the thing that you gave me, throw it in the trash, and I will put a spell on you when I'm done. I can't. I can't stand people who do that because I don't do that to people. You don't know what the pole, Bella? Miss Lucky? The pole? The po is the chamber pot, the potty. They call it a po. Yeah. So as far as we know, Sarita, he's planning to go. He's planning to go, and he's act. I'll call you later on. Wait, it's kind of late now. After 8, I'll call you tomorrow. Better. How late are you up, Sarita? How late are you up? Let me know if it's cool to call you when I'm done with my live. Yeah, so I don't like when people promise, oh, I'll put the difference, and then later on they do it, and then you have to hear about it. No. Me and Joe always move in silence when we are blessings to people. Move in silence. When I'm done, okay, I'll call you when I'm done. Don't worry, we won't be here much longer. What time is it right now? Oh my God, we've been on a whole hour already? I told you I'm gonna go do a live for half hour, okay? Oh my God, Bella, I like the chimba pot. Where you get that chimba pot from? Bella never know what the bati. Bella know what the bati. Bella raised by a Creole mother. We always talking smack over here. We've been good today. We've been good today. Sarita, I hope you watched that video that I put out earlier today at my channel where we debunking that lad, Ross Belizean, that inventor, the godfather of invention. I talked to Uncle Roger. My Uncle Roger said he's a damn ass. How he come here and tell all these lies? I say, the man that believe him, the mayor, oh, he's a national treasure. What the hell? You didn't check him out just because he's a PUP like you? I would check him out. Judge Judy said if it sounds unbelievable, there's a lie in there somewhere. So whenever people come to me with their unbelievable stuff, there's a lie in there somewhere. We got carried away. Yeah, whenever people come to me and they start to tell me a story, remember that one on Facebook, Valencia? Not the Valencia that comes in here, another Valencia. I don't think she ever came into my YouTube, only my Facebook. And that girl and her sister, Ziamara, if the sister is even real, they tell me a whole truckload of lies. I thought I saw a spider web in my room. The spider gotta go. No. And the minute I classified it as lies, I couldn't even prove it to debunk her lies. But it sounds so far-fetched that I just pulled away. I remember somebody that used to be a part of the group at the time was like, why? Why don't you believe her though? I'm like, that story sounds like cock and bull story to me. In the hashtags, Bella, I put a Nancy story. Cause that man was over there telling a Nancy story. P clowns. He was over there telling a Nancy story, okay? That girl told a whole lot of lies. I don't know if you guys were there in the Facebook group. But that girl said, first the girl came on and said that she was going to donate to Jada singing because she had to go back to the job, right? She was on her break. And so that happened. And a few days later, the girl's sister came on under the girl's name and said, I am her sister, Ziomara, and she's in the hospital. So, of course, our hearts were in our mouths because the girl would come on from time to time, not too often, but from time to time. And she was always sweet to Jada. Every time Jada sang or whatever, I'm like, oh my God, poor Valencia, she's in the hospital. Let's pray. That's the first thing we do is pray. So the girl Ziomara, I asked her if I could call her. She gave me a number because I gave my Google number out publicly. So she texted the number and said, this is the number I can be reached at. But when I called her, she would not answer the phone. So then she would call me back, but from a private number. That already gave me some thought, it's like, what did you call me back from private number for? Right? They were trolling me. So I answered the phone and she started to talk, but she talked in a high-pitched voice. At first, I didn't quite understand the voice, but later on, when I could lay in my bed and think about it, I realized she was trying to disguise her voice. So I think it might have been somebody from the group that I might have known, right? That I might have talked to on the phone before. And she's like, yes, I know. Poor Valencia. Yeah, she's sick in the hospital. Blah, 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 blah. And then I said, well, what's wrong with her? Is it covert? Because that's when covert was really bad, right? And then she said, no, it's not that. And I said, well, they try not to put you in the hospital unless you're really, really sick. And so she said she had a seizure disorder and that she was having some bad seizures. And I go, oh my God, let's pray for this poor girl. And so I don't know why I thought Valencia was in her 40s, but the girl said no, Valencia was like 22. I'm like, that felt kind of weird too, right? But not necessarily a lie, but just kind of felt kind of wonky. And I said, why did I get the feeling she was that way? Did she tell me something and I forgot? Why did I get that feeling? And they were foreigners too. I forget what country they came from, but they were foreigners. And so then she said, yeah, so then she said that the seizures, she would contact every day with some kind of update. And she said the seizures were so bad that they had to shock Valencia's heart. And I said, oh my God. So well, how many times did they have to shock her? Did they get back a sinus rhythm? I'm asking all kind of stuff because I'm petrified and panicked for this young lady. And then she said, yeah. And then she said they had to shock her like 20 different times while she's in the hospital because her heart's constantly stopping. So I'm saying, wait, if it doesn't sound right, there's a lie in here somewhere. I'm like, they don't shock nobody no 20 different times because every time they have to shock you, that means you're dead. They lost the rhythm in your heart. They lost the beat. So they're shocking the electricity into you to give you back your beat. They're not going to be doing that no 20 different times over the course of no 1 week in a no hospital to get back the sinus rhythm. I said, is she brain dead? Is she brain injured? What the hell's going on, right? So I started to ask more questions about the family background. And so I said, how many kids does your mama have? And so this is, no, I never talked to Valencia. Never once have I spoken to Valencia on the phone. It's always she would come in the live events and chat like how you guys are chatting. So then she said they have 18 picnic. The mother have 18 picnic. I said, out of the one vagina? Honest to God, that's how I asked the girl the thing. And she said, yes, Miss Barbara. She claimed she was like 19. And I said, so how old is your mother? And she said, she's like your age, but she's dead. I'm like, well, no wonder. 18 picnic? 18? And I said, all single birds? And so she said, no, she had, I think, 2 sets of quads, 1 set of triplets, and 2 sets of twin, and about 7, do the maths, about 7 individual birds. So I said, but you guys, like, I don't remember what country they come from. I wish that I remembered. I want to say, oh God, if it's part of the family was Guyanese and the next part was, like another part of the Caribbean or something. It's not countries that I remember though, like Trinidad, Jamaica. It was Anansi story. The only thing missing out the story was Bra Tiger, right? So then the girls say that they all lived together in this one house in, I think it was in Boston. Now, the girl that Valencia had bought a CD from Jada when Jada sold her CDs in 2018. So I know I had that girl address written down somewhere because I keeps the people's address in a book, written down in a book. So if they buy again, I can go to, oh, this is a repeat customer. Because sometimes if it's a repeat customer, I'd like to give a little gift, a little thank you, right? So the math wasn't mathing, like you said earlier, Bella. So I went and found the address and I looked it up, and I don't look up nobody address because I'm very much into people privacy. I look up their asshole address. That was not no house that fit no 18 people. That was a house that had rooms for rent. Rooms, like little individual rooms. 18 picnic. So I said, how old the youngest? The youngest is a set of twins that were 6. The youngest was a set of twins that were 6 years old. And so I said, but all these kids were born in America? I said, because I know that, you have those people, 19 kids and counting. You have those random religious fanatics where the doctors can't tell them ish about stop birthing babies, right? But in America, the doctors will try to tell you, please, bitch, don't have no more. They told me after I miscarried and I had Jada, they said, please, don't have no more. You have a rare enzyme deficiency where we can't treat you with drugs if you're sick. And we hear one doctor took care of me That's the OBGYN. And then I had a perinatologist that took care of Jada while she was in my womb. And they both told me what their jobs were. My doctor was for me. He was going to make sure I lived. The other doctor was for Jada. He was going to make sure Jada lived. So it's like they're going to stop you. They all 18 of them renting rooms for real, for real. So then after the 20 shocks, she lost me. She lost me with the 20 shocks, okay? So I stopped taking her phone calls. So there was one person in my ear. I called that person Sir Hiss the Snake. You remember Sir Hiss the Snake from Robin Hood, right? In Robin Hood they were all cartoon characters when they made that first movie years and years ago. And Robin Hood was a fox, and the king was a lion, I think, I think a lion. And the king's assistant was a snake, and his name was Sir Hiss. He was knighted by the king, and he would get in the king's ear with a forked tongue. That's what I call this person. Sir Hiss the snake was telling me, why you don't believe that poor girl? Oh my God, when you get something in your head, it's hard to get that thing out your head. I said, that's why I don't get nothing in my head. Because if I start disbelieving things you are telling me, it's hard for you to come back and tell me something else, because I'm going to believe what I believe. So that person was saying, no, believe her, believe. I said, I don't believe this shocking thing. I don't know enough about medical stuff, but I know that when you get shocked, it's because your heart stopped, you're dead. She died 20 times in 1 week. They're not going to keep on shocking her. They're going to let her die. So anyways, Xiomara would try to call and I wouldn't take her call. I didn't block her, but I wouldn't take her call. Then I would randomly take her call. I'm like, so okay, what I wanted to say, okay, what did I lie to they know, right? And like Carla said, these people drain your energy. They suck you, man, like sukunya. They drain your energy out of you. Because it's all lies. And you have to sit there like Inspector Clouseau trying to figure out what the frig the lie is from what the truth is, right? So the girl, she just continued with her asshole lies, Yomara, spelled with a X. It's a Panamanian name. Maybe they were part Panamanian, right? And all these multiple births. And I said, and she said something about this, the last two sets. So the set of twins that were 6, and so it was a set of twin that was 6 and a small baby that was 3. Those 3 kids were born in America. The rest of them were born overseas, where they come from, right? And so I'm like, so she had all these multiple births in third world countries. That don't even make no damn sense. After the first set of quads, I would have stopped. That man would not even get on me. Bye. If they can't tie my tubes, bye. It's like, no. All these kids and not one C-section. The child, So anyways, she slipped up again and said some lie in there to where something about the kids that weren't born here. I can't remember quite what it was. What was it? Oh, it was the time frame. It was the time frame that they had lived in America. And she said that they were only in America for 5 years. So I said, well, how are the twins born here when they're 6? If you guys have only been in America 5 years. And I didn't want to put words in her mouth. Hi, Mad Dog. Hi, how you doing? I didn't want to put words in her mouth, right? By telling her, well, did your mom come just to birth the babies here? Or was she here on vacation and happened to have the babies here? Why they were born here when you guys didn't live here? How the hell can they be born here when they didn't live here? You know, Joshua had a little friend in high school that was telling that lie. Oh, I born here, right? But it's like something wasn't adding up about when the parents came. If your parents just come 4 years ago and you 17, how the hell you born here? Were you adopted? I'm doing good. I see BSC TV had a live going. I wanted to be in it, but I'm over here telling my own damn stories, girl. I love when he does live events about B Loves and her family. I don't think that was the topic today, though. It's like, I think it was CJ, whatever. Carla, that boy you tell me about that got shut up. I think it was about him he was talking about. Yeah, so the math wasn't mathing again. And once the math is not mathing for me, I know you're the lie. And so I just cut that legal off. I cut her off. 12 in Jamaica, my God. Well, my mother-in-law had 11 kids in Belize, but they were not multiple births. That was the thing that gave me pause. Two set of quads, two set of quads, two set of twin, right? Two set of, and one set of triplet, two set of quadruplets, two, one, one set, two set of twin and one triplet. After she done have about 7 single births. Who the hell went through 7 single births and start to have all these multiples and don't stop? First of all, me like my teeth. And pregnancy drain you off of the stuff in your teeth. Child, no. Me don't want to have no loose teeth when we get older. I want all my teeth to go to the grave with me. and then they pretty it up. They pretty it up. After that, they stopped coming to Facebook because I didn't give her any more attention. And the next thing that really sealed the deal for me, when I stopped taking her calls for about 5 days, all of a sudden, miraculously, Valencia got better and walked out the hospital. And I said, well, give Valencia my numbers, Yomara, and have her call me. I would love to talk with her. Now, tell me this, guys. You the baby? Tell me this. Riddle me this. I know I have my content creators that I like, right? And if one of my content creators was praying for me because I was comatose and dead in a hospital, and I come out, my sister say, here, your content creator, I say, call her. Me, I'm gonna be calling. Thank you for praying for me. Oh my God, I love you. Because I have my content creators that I fan over, right? So if they like me so much, wouldn't that be Valencia's opportunity when she came out to call and at least say thank you and thank the group for praying for me? I'm back. Valencia never called. 14 single birth. Mommy would have said in Pocan. See, we talking shit though. We gonna have to end this live. It's like, man. So it's like that was just like it wasn't adding up for me. I don't know who that person was that was messing with me. The address in Boston, something got shipped there before to that person's name. So I don't know if they just made up a fake address and had something shipped over there. Because some people will make up a character and they will live that character out, even creating addresses for the character and having you send stuff to fake address. They'll do that. I feel like it's somebody I know. The cop says when you're being stalked, and I felt really stalked with that one, it's always somebody you know. It's always somebody you know. There was a time when we lived at the condo when the kids were little, and we would get phone calls in the middle of the night with the heavy breathing. You know those type of phone calls from back in the 80s. And it was annoying as hell because you're trying to sleep, the phone ring, wake up the dead, wake up the baby. You don't want to turn off the ringer because you could miss an important call at night about your loved ones, so on and so on. And it was all like, I'm like, oh my God, please go pay for some porn. Don't call me. And when I went to the cop about it, the cop said, it's somebody you know. And I started investigating. I should open a damn, agency. I started to investigate all the people I had in my life at the time. And I found out it was one of the people who lived in the condo, a very good friend. She was a really, really sweet woman. And she was in her 50s at the time when I was in my late 20s. And she had a teenage son. And he was the one calling and doing that heavy breathing. I traced it right back to his dumb ass. Baku and Kaspa. Yeah. So we get some weirdos, especially at Facebook. That's why I don't go live at Facebook anymore. The thing that I don't like live about going live at Facebook, you'll see somebody pop in and go, blah, blah, blah is watching. This one's watching, that one watching, that one. And they don't send nothing. And they sit there quiet. And because the people who are at my profile, not just at my cooking page on Facebook, are friends and families and some foes. I got some foes in my Facebook. They always come out, oh, you hear what she made us say? Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nobody gonna shut me up. Christopher, my darling. Christopher, how are you, nephew? How are you? It's weird when you get these damn trolls. It's so weird. Because you see, I don't get a lot of people in my live events. 103,000 people and I get 30. I don't even know how to do the percentage to find what that is because that's nothing, right? But it's cool because we know most of the people who are in here and we're like a little family and we could chill and talk and get out the stress, right? So it doesn't matter that 5,000 doesn't come in, 8,000 doesn't come in. That doesn't matter. Maybe I would feel off if that many people come in because then I wouldn't know them. You know what I mean? I know long time no see Christopher boy. What a guan? What a guan? Mm-mm-mm. Christopher's a little sweetie. He's just like Ascari. Christopher and Ascari are my babies. Where's Jermaine? Hello, Jermaine. If you see this after the fact, he probably working. I'm gonna meet Jermaine really soon. Y'all don't be hating, don't be jealous. Jermaine is gonna come to California and I'm gonna meet Jermaine and we're gonna hang out. Lord have mercy. I'm so glad I'm getting to meet you guys. Hey Diane, what it going? I saw you in the premiere earlier, girl. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't forget to like the video. Bella, how much likes we have? We have 27 people in here. We should at least have 27 likes. But that story about Valencia is only one story of trolls that we've had before that just come in and we just kind of figure out. Remember Puppy Trap? Remember what the next guy name? There was a guy that used to come in all the time where I told him to his face, I know you're a troll. And he wouldn't come in disrespectful, but we would know nothing about him. He didn't have a picture of Jared Williams, right? What happened to Jared Williams? Oh, we have 27 likes. Thank you guys for the likes. Gets us in the algorithm. Is my student so gorgeous though, Christopher? It's gorgeous. Look. Could turn the camera. I have the camera on a straight pole thing with some funny legs. Jory gave me. Good job, moderators. Good job. See? That's the corner where I do the single mukbangs and the talking heads for Amazon. Over there is where we do the two people mukbangs over there. My fainting chair. YouTube just sent me a whole light for shorts. They sent me that pillow over there for shorts. I'll be working these shorts. Hi, Laura. Not much, gal. Not much. We right here. Penny, you were there, right? When all the foolishness was going on with that girl Valencia. I don't know who the sister was. I could not even like describe her voice to tell you that I know her voice because I feel like she was disguising her voice, talking in that high pitched head voice, you know, that falsetto, so that I wouldn't know who it is. I know we did a lot of renovations last year, didn't we? We did the whole kitchen after 26 years. Well, we've been in this house. We moved here when Jada was 9 months, and Jada just turned 27. So 26 years. We did the kitchen. We did that third bedroom, and this fourth bedroom is now my studio. I'm glad that they don't have to build me a shed because my behind would not be out there in no shed. Well, out there in the backyard. I would not be out there in the backyard in no shed at this time of the evening for me on a rainy day. I knew it. I kept telling them in the winter I'm not going in that shed. I don't care what heat dish you give me. I don't care what you do. I'm not going to that shed in the winter. Me one out there in the dark where the killer could catch me coming back in the house. Oh no. Mm-mm. But this year, I don't know. We really need to continue the renovations because we need to do the master bathroom. It has not been touched in 26 years. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that right away because I really want to buy a second car. The bathroom, I need to do that because we did the bedroom already and we did the guest bathroom already from 2018. Every time Facebook comes through, they don't come through all the time, but every time they come through, I use that money wisely in my home. The first time Facebook came through, I renovated the guest bathroom. Yeah, that Jared Williams, we never knew anything about him. Let me see who Miss Lucky, who are you talking to? Who is Les? Or Les Matthews. Yeah, I'm gonna buy us a second vehicle first because the first vehicle that we have is a 2004 Tahoe. It runs good. Don't give us no trouble. Well, there's one thing that needs to be repaired, but it's gonna be like a $300 repair, so we keep putting it off. It's the Hydro Boost. Joe just keeps putting oil in there. Um, it needs a paint job. Everybody wants to charge me like 2,500 to 3,000 to paint it. Not gonna happen because I don't even think the car is really even worth that much. And then for me to go paint it, ain't nobody gonna want to pay me nothing for that. I have no money to paint that like that. So I'd rather use that 2,500, put some more money on it, and buy a second vehicle like a Hyundai Santa Fe or a Chevy Trailblazer. Is Chevy make the Trailblazer or is it GM? That I think GM make the Equinox, right? Whatever those little SUVs are, and that's what we would get for a second vehicle for me and Joe. Jada's gonna buy her own vehicle because she wants something like a Toyota RAV4 or something. So she's saving her own money to buy her own vehicle. And then eventually Joshua can buy a different car than what we have right now. You're from Antigua? I'm from Belize. I'm from Belize. It's funny. Okay, Christopher, we'll see you in a second. It's funny. I saw a girl that was doing teaching you how to do YouTube, and she said Z, and I knew she couldn't be American because in Belize we say EZ. In some other places they say Z. Shalom, Les. Shalom. God's peace be with you. Shalom, my friend. Mm-mm-mm. Every time that stupid heater comes on, it itches. I even have a We're gonna get it from the auction, Miss Lucky. I even have a thing up here. I can't bend it back. I can't bend back the camera. I think I showed you guys when I had the phone. I couldn't bend because the thing, the opening is this way. But I have a green screen we can pull down. Um, we're gonna get it from probably Copart. That's in every state. Copart is in 50 of the states, and we're probably gonna get it through Copart. Joe used to have a dealer license. He just has to go renew it. When it's time, he'll renew it, and we'll get a car from there. Let's see what Heda say. Heda say, hey, you can paint it yourself and post it on YouTube. That would be fun content to watch. I also love painting. Paint what? Heather, paint what, babe? Heather, you know I suck at painting. What are we painting? Oh, the heat is on. Yes, we did. We did a collaboration with Ace, and Ace is an amazing human being. Exactly what you see Ace is on camera is what he is in real life. He's generous, he's respectful, he's humble, he's funny. He's such a sweet guy. We just talked with him over the weekend because we haven't seen him post anything. After the Antarctica trip, Joe hasn't seen him post anything. Joe was getting very worried about him. And so we called him through WhatsApp. He's fine. He's working behind the scenes on content. He's resting. He's doing well. To paint, oh my God, to paint the car. Heather, we don't know how to paint no damn car. Joe strip off the whole hood because you know the coat comes off and then the paint looks. He took off everything years ago and he never painted it because it has that pearl type thing in the paint and it's kind of hard to find that to paint it. It's gonna look like oh my God. Joe said he's gonna do it. He's never done it. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Teresa, Ace is such an amazing human being. And so is Troy's. Troy's came here. I asked him. I didn't have to beg. He found his own way up here because he doesn't drive. So he took Uber, come up here. I don't live close to LA. He came on his own dime. He enjoyed the visit. He came a couple times after that we did not film to put out here for public consumption. When we go to LA, we hit him up as long as he's in town. We stay in touch via text. Just really a beautiful human being. I'm so glad about the two people that I collabed with. Hmm. Ace is so sweet. When we met Ace, I'll tell you guys a funny story. So there was a guy that came to meet Ace too. And I don't know what the plan was because we were supposed to collab with Ace the day before we actually collabed with Ace. We met him at a YouTube party. He is not a part of the shorts program, so he shouldn't have been at that party. But he has a YouTube manager because he has that many subscribers. I'm supposed to have a YouTube manager, but I never got one. From the time I hit 100,000 in July, I didn't get one. They said sometimes it can take up to a year because they're far and few between. So the manager got him into that party and he showed up and Joe recognized him and Joe lost his crap because Joe loves him. And he was so respectful of Joe. Joe was fanboying, right? And he says, let's collab tomorrow. But he had so much on his plate that the collab didn't happen that day. And I said, why don't we do it when you come back to California again? I didn't want to impose on him. It was so nice of him to just like even offer, right? And he no, he was insistent that we were gonna collab. And so we showed up the next day for the collab. We went up to his hotel room and then another guy showed up with a friend. The guy brought a friend. And I think the guy was supposed to collab with him that day. And I think that guy didn't want me in on the collab. And so the guy, he treated us fine and everything, but later on, he said so. He later on he said so. And he's like, I'm like, okay, well, don't bring that up to me. Ace told me to come because Ace rode with us in our rinky-dink car. It didn't matter if our car looked like crap, looked like that thing out of the Beverly Hillbillies before they got rich. It didn't it didn't matter if the car looked like that. He rode in our car. And we weren't parked close to the hotel. The people were parked right across the street from the hotel. And he's like, oh no, I want to ride with them. And he came with us. And then we went to the restaurant, met the people there. And then one of his other friends rode back with us with him, to the hotel. And I'm like, nice to see you. Thanks for the collab. We're gonna bounce now because they're all young. And he goes, no, 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 you're not bouncing. You're coming in. We're partying. Such a cool guy. I can learn to paint the car, girl. That's a Joe thing. I suck at painting. I can't paint my fingernails right. He has the spray thing. We'll figure it out. I don't think it's gonna look good like if a pro did it, but maybe it might look better than what it looks like right now. You know what? And I told the guy that was kind of in his little feelings, because we all exchanged numbers to stay in touch, right? And so that night he called and he goes, "You guys never said if you got home safely." And I said, "I texted you." I think he was kind of wasted. And so I said, "I texted you, I texted your friend, and I texted the other dude, and I texted Ace. We texted everybody to say we made it home safely because we live, 50 miles from LA. They live down there in LA." And then he's like, what was you and Ace talking about over there about it? Because Ace left the breakfast to come sit between me and Joe to teach me how to read the analytics and to teach me what to do next. When you meet greatness, instead of just fanning over them and kissing their butt, ask them this question: what do I do next? What do I do next to succeed? This is what I've done so far. What do I do next? Because anything that you've done already, that's already in the past. When we met Jada's British boss, the one that she does the music with, we didn't show off about Jada, Sherry Shepherd putting Jada on TV, yada yada, blah blah blah. That's in the past. That's dead and gone. What is she doing next for her career? Jada hates when I ask her that question, right? So the guy was like, um, um, I think you got from Ace what I was hoping he would give me, because that's what I needed him to do. I said, you were sitting right next to him the whole breakfast. Instead of showing off about what all you did and your cars and your this and your that, you should have asked the question, what do I do next? So he was mad. He was mad. And I tell him, whatever for Caesar, Nisa can't get. Like the lady, like Teresa said, you're lucky. Yeah, it was a blessing. And I think it's because of Joe. He really likes and respects Joe. And I think he appreciates that Joe's age, 65, is watching him doing all these escapades. So Joe is trying to follow in his footstep with his little channel, and I feel like Joe's channel will blow up. I feel like once he gets through everything he's dealing with his dad right now. I mean, he just lost his mom 2 months ago. Here it is, his dad's not doing well and all that stuff. And I feel like once all this is behind him, you'll see his channel blow up. Hating Ras knees up, that Bahine. He even said, "Who's looking for Belizean food?" He might be right. Who the hell's looking for Belizean food? I think I go back to Belize and I go and demand the key to the city. The hell? Hi, Lori. Bella. Bella, I think me and you should go to Belize together and we're going to walk up in the office and demand the keys to the city. We don't care if the PUP to run the show. We have pretend. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. After that, me lose the Bali number. It's in my phone. And the other day he texts me and he goes, who does this number belong to? Because it's in my phone and I don't know who it belongs to. Me no answer him. I know, Sarita, he has the personality for it. No, I would never move back home. Never, ever, 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 ever. I love California. Yeah, we gonna go. Cousin Jay, we gonna come up to the Keys and the man, it rhymes. We gonna come up to the Keys, the Cayes, and the man, the Key. Oh, Lord have mercy. The man said he invented everything. Everything. Mm-mm-mm. Julio. The man said, who number this? Who this? So obviously I wasn't worth them putting my name in their phone. I don't think it's that though. I think my name was in the phone. He was trying to strike up a conversation, but fool me once, you're dead to me. Mm-mm. There's no fool once, twice, and thrice over here. Screw me once, you're dead to me. I'll sit shiva for you. I'm not Jewish, but I love to sit shiva. I went back, the last time I went back to Belize was 2016. I don't know that I would ever go back. Honestly, it would have to be something business wise that would take me back. Honestly, I don't even think if my dad passes, I'm going back. You know? And I say think because, you could change your mind. You want to go with me to Belize? Maybe we should plan like an excursion. Anybody want to go? We're going to buy the tickets on this day. We're going to stay at this Airbnb. We're going to do this event. Blah, blah. I know somebody that just did that for their 80th birthday. They went with a whole group. They did all type of stuff. They went to the Kidara. They had like 2 days where they could do stuff by themselves. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to coordinate something like I don't know nothing about traveling. I know nothing about traveling, but we should do that. We should have a meeting down in Belize. Oh yeah, I love California. I left Belize when I was 15 less, and I'm 56 now. So I've been here quite a while. And yeah, it would take a lot of acclimation to go back. Belize is beautiful, but I don't like the hot, humid weather. I don't like the mosquitoes and the sand flies. I never liked those things even when I was growing up there. I always used to wonder, is there somewhere else to live that doesn't have this kind of stuff? Look at these flying roaches though. It's hot. It's 100 degrees, but I have to sleep covered up from head to toe because I don't want that roach to pitch on my face. It's wet. Have you guys ever had a flying roach on your face? Oh, and the geckos. They have geckos down there now. Where did geckos come from? Mm-mm. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good over here. People hate to hear me say that too. They get all worked up, like what? And I don't understand why people would come here and work all their lives and then go back home and retire. Like my dad is kind of like, what are you doing? You're spinning your wheels. You could have been happy over here traveling all parts of the United States having fun because he always wanted to travel, but instead you're over there working hard in a factory spinning your wheels. Like, what are you doing, dude? It's like, no. Mm-mm. My mom worked hard on getting me into this country. She worked hard on getting us over here, took risks and stuff. So I'm never going to spit in her face and say, I'm going to move back home. No, no, I'm good. Where did Gecko come from? Mommy said it's them Chinese people take it there. And then mosquito in Belize give you all kind of thing, you know. Malaria, chikungunya, all type of stuff you get. No, I'm good. Yeah, that's what they do. They run down there, escape because the money go far. It's 2 for 1. It's not like Jamaican money. How much is one Jamaican? How much is $1 American to how much Jamaican dollar? Like 50,000 Jamaican dollars to $1 American? It's a lot, right? The money is so devalued. Dengue? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's 2 for 1. $1 American is two Belizean dollars. All the time. And it's in real life they run on. Remember the nasty man? Remember the man that made the thing? Let us see what the thing name. Hold on. It's right here on my screen. McAfee. Remember McAfee? Run down there with his nasty self. Making them girls do all type of stuff to him through the hammock hole. Ugh. 220 to $1 American. So what is it for Jamaica? Jamaica's a lot, right? Let's see for Jamaica. I hate when people send me anything. I say, touch this. I'm not touching nothing. $66. It looks like it's like $66, 66 Jamaican dollars to $1 American. Still a lot. It's only two Belizean dollars to $1 American. So your money going far when you go down there. Yes. No. And I wouldn't live in any other state. I love California. In Manila. Really? Of all places in the Philippines. You're brave, man. You're brave. Yeah, McAfee. Some people say McAfee. McAfee. He was doing all kind of nasty stuff down in Belize, Penny. He run down there and hide. Well, now they are, Bella, but back in the olden days it wasn't. Yeah, I noticed Belize have casinos and stuff too. Les can't leave the Philippines. If Les come over here, he's gonna have to pay taxes for every year he's away from the Philippines. Woo! You guys, we've been here almost 2 hours. Pretty soon, Streamer is gonna let me know you using up all your 20 hours for the month. You guys know y'all gonna have to keep me company. I hear that to Bella. I hear that. That isn't that why he run down there? Or he did it while he was down there. That man is some kind of sicko, I'm telling you. Allegedly. Miss Lucky said Guyana have casino. Oh, Belize has casinos. He did it in Belize too. I guess once you get away with it one time, you could try it again, right? You hear this thing kick on again. I have this thing set at 69. It keeps coming on. The dog is dead asleep. Yeah, they always what they're playing in the movie is true. A lot of people commit their crime and run down there. It's 152 Jamaican dollars. Dang. Bella said allegedly. Anything damn people to say in the chat is not me saying it, Your Honor. Your Honor, I was inside the closet minding I own business. Your Honor, it was a complete stranger causing these disturbances. In blame Senator Jim wife, which was a wicked and awful lie. Me two hand them was occupied. Me shirt in me left and me pants in me right. That man done me a whole hole. You say you're not cheating with a man wife, but why you in the closet with your shirt and your pants in your hand? Oh boy. Anyways, we sure have had a good time here tonight. Let's say pay tax every year. They say when you come from the Philippines and stay out of the country, if you stay out of the country 5 years and you want to go back there, you have to pay 5 years worth of taxes. I know some people that were from the Philippines that was becoming naturalized here when I became naturalized here. Oh boy. Well, guys, I'm gonna go start shutting down the house for the night. I gotta go make sure the kitchen is clean, the dog breakfast is put away in the fridge because Joe feeds them in the morning. Oh God, it just hit me. When Joe goes to Belize, I'm the one that's gonna have to get up and feed them dogs at 6 o'clock. Oh, he better start feeding them later. Start to feed them. Oh my God, Joe does a lot here. If we ever wondered if Joe does anything here, he does. He does a lot. Oh, he does a lot here. Listen, no man, me pay tax every year. I know it's late for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's almost midnight for some of you. You guys are so cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had fun. I like doing the live events in here from this room. It's chill and cool, and we don't have to worry about the stupid phone crackling in your ear. And just remember that I'm gonna keep you guys posted as to what's happening with Joe's dad. And you guys keep lifting the family up in prayer. Again, God can work a miracle. The doctors are saying one thing, but the doctors don't have the final say so. They're just practicing. So God can actually work. The niece said that today. Joe's niece is like, what if God let him just walk out of that hospital? Wouldn't that be like a big miracle? I'm like, yeah, I thought the same thing today. So God can work a miracle. Keep us uplifted, guys. I'll be back to let you guys know whenever anything changes. Okay, for better or for worse. I love y'all. Sarita, stand by. I gotta go drink some water, put the dog's breakfast in the fridge, and then I'll call you. Good boy. Remember Sound of Music? Good boy. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Adieu. 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 Adieu.